in Charlottesville, Virginia. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Virginia Cavaliers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Cardinals head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Cardinals ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia will call its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. On the ground, it's Lewis. Enough to move the chains. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Making the adjustment. Here's Holstein to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Holstein to throw for it on 4th. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Finds his man. It's McCoy. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this, he can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and that's why they're so tough to stop.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays. You know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the 1st down.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. All wideouts, no backs. Eli Holstein to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. To the air, it's Holstein. Setting up the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Snap it to the back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the Cavaliers will try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Left side, it's Lewis. Makes the grab in their space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Keep it on the ground. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Cavaliers in the hurry-up. Holstein from the gun on third down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Tight end now in motion. Play action on first down. Gets rid of it. Just got rid of that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
A give to Brown. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need a huge play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Needs it here on fourth down. Breaks into the open. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Finding some room. Past the 30. He's at the and he slip through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinals! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
In the gun on third down, here's Holstein. Turns it upfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Cavaliers are marching down the field. Holstein, still looking to his right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
Defense all over him. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football. And
he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Second down, gonna throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Foley. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Last completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quick give. It's Brown. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Defense in press coverage. Wants to go up top on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On a ground to cover here on third and long. Looking to throw. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Holstein. Out wide right, it's Lewis. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This quarterback is out of sorts at this point of the game, guys. He's already thrown 2 picks. His fundamentals are falling apart. He threw that last pass off of his back leg. This is not a good sign for this quarterback moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Skinner. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And now the hit knocks it loose. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the South Alabama Jaguars. And it's the Huskers with the 7-3 lead in what's been a defensive stalemate so far. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Again, it's Brown. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's Holstein to throw. Snags it. Finds a crease at the 20. Looking for the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lewis. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cavaliers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw one first. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Gets the back moving. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Foley. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Right side, it's Hughes. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football, but that's a great start to this second half.
Unloads to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Back to pass on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Eli Holstein to throw. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense, because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Lined up in the gun, 3rd down, Eli Holstein. Out wide left, it's Lewis.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Long way to go on second down. Isaac Brown looking for room on the left. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And there he goes. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Great place to start for this offense. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Holstein. Out wide right, it's Courtney. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Driving forward, it's Lewis. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
From the gun on third down, Holstein. Touchdown, Virginia! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the wideout. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Second down to the air. Right side, it's Foley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Hand off, Isaac Brown. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out wide right, it's Courtney. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Cavaliers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Lewis. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Rides to the back. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this